podcast party to slay a dragon.
So we did Hunter and Watcher both in Undercommon, and Watcher stayed glowing in Undercommon.
Yeah, that's one of the ones with 3 words, the same word in 3 different languages.
Right,
Watcher,
right.
Yes.
Should we try Fate, maybe?
That has 3.
Weave has 3 also. And we did put Spider on. Do we want to do that just to kind of close that pairing off, or?
20 minutes left on the Pass Without Trace at this point.
What if it's like the Watcher weaves your fate? So it would be Watcher in Undercommon, Weave in Undercommon, and then, Fate in Undercommon.
Sure.
Why not?
All right. Norbert. He's just been getting little zaps. To him, it's sort of, a static charge. Right, Norbert? Yeah, okay. So, could you take that word, and I point at weave and undercommon?
He reaches out and pulls the word weave and undercommon out of the web.
You know what to do. And I just point at the gem.
He spreads his rotting fingers and spreads out the word weave on the gem. It blazes with light, adheres, and stays in place.
Hey, look at that.
Okay, so let's try fate, yes?
Yes.
Do all agree? Okay.
Yeah.
Good job, Norbert. See, that wasn't so bad. Yes. And I will point at fate and undercommon.
As the third silvery web word touches the gemstone, fate, it suddenly erupts into a magical explosion that sends colors into a tempest that swirls throughout the chamber. Just as rapidly, the energy coalesces into a massive map of Andorra, and then the continent beyond. But then the shadowy figure of a gaunt, pale man with black eyes envelops it in his cloak, and all grows quiet. The darkness seethes once more, and then shatters as illusory fire erupts from all around you. Fiends dancing in the flames, cackling, before the magic dissipates, leaving no trace of the web or the kaleidoscopic jewel. All that remains lying on the floor in the front of where the web was is a small silver ring.
What just happened?
And we solved it. He solved it.
Yeah, but all that rigmarole with the map and then the guy and then the flames and then what the heck is that? And then Belton just sort of saunters over to the ring.
We don't have 10 minutes, unfortunately, or I would identify it.
Okay. Yeah, it can't be bad, right? Rings.
It's sort of in a web in a horrible spider queen's lair, but, what were the words again? It was Watcher, Weave, Fate?
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know if that has something to do with it.
I look down at this ring. What does it look like?
It's a small, plain, unmarked silver ring.
Okay. I get down on my haunches and look at it. I smile. I think this could be useful, right?
I don't know. It's only silver.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. I have all the money in the world.
Well, we don't really have much time, so if you want to risk putting it on, you can. I'd rather not do that without knowing what it is.
I think it's worth the risk. Yes?
Yeah,
yes,
do it.
It's up to you.
Fantastic. I take the ring off the floor.
You pick up the ring, Belton. It immediately shrinks slightly in size to become appropriate for the finger of a halfling.
Oh.
It's really kind of pretty. I gently caress it, staring at it uncomfortably.
Oh, just put it on. We don't have time for this.
All right, I put it on.
I don't feel like giving it up now it comes to it.
Exactly.
You slip it on, Belton. Feels comfortable and suited to you. You're not sure at this point what it might be or what it does.
Okay, makes sense.
But the cave is now dark, since it's no longer illuminated by that gem. So that weird yellowy eldritch light has faded. There's just dark webbing blowing in the breeze from outside. but you all hear something stirring in that darkness to the south of you, closer to the cave entrance.
I think there's something there.
A large shadow passes between you and the stars and moonlight visible in the cave entrance now, that light is gone. And then a single red orb illuminates in the darkness, and then another, and then more and more and more. A wall of orbs appears, glowing, beaming crimson light into the cave like search beams towards you.
Ah!
Is this cave a dead end?
It's not a dead end, because there is the tunnel through which you crawled up into it.
Oh, that's true.
But it is a rather shallow, wide cave other than that. And now in the mouth of it is a towering, gargantuan spider
Oh, no.
looking down at you.
Oh,
And a rumbling voice fills the darkness.
Who has put out the light? Who has broken the web?
Maliboo points to Norbert.
I knew it. I knew you would do that.
How dare you?
Okay, here we go. This is where I'm gonna go for broke here. Belton steps out in front of everybody and looks up at this horrible spider and says, I am pleased to make your acquaintance, oh magnificent queen of the spiders.
She says,
Stolen into my lair, broke the Fate Holder's web, claimed the ring.
I've personally just I don't know what that is all about, but we have come in homage to supplicate ourselves before your greatness.
make a charisma persuasion check, Belton.
You're making a persuasion check?
I'm
Am I
gonna
right?
try.
As you do that, Maliboo steps up next to you and he flexes and he shows his muscles and he holds his sword and his shield above him and he says, I am Prince Maliboo. He uses his reaction to do imposing prowess. So when an ally I can see and hear makes a persuasion check, you can re-roll it, so you're going to get an extra roll. And you get an
Amazing.
expertise die.
awesome.
Cool. As you
Fair
say
enough.
Prince Maliboo, I immediately just say Malawind. He means
Malawind.
Malawind. Yes.
Malawind!
Okay, so I get an expertise die on that. Awesome.
And you get to re-roll whatever you roll.
Oh, hot damn.
And I can only do that once a day, so this is it.
This better be good. Here we go. Oh, that's a natural 1, but I get to re-roll it. Here we go.
Oh my
a little
god.
better than that.
Okay, so let's re-roll that.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a 23. Yeah, so I think I pick up on the fact that he says Maliboo and immediately just jump in with Malawind. He means Malawind.
She says,
Interesting. I know that name.
3 of the red orbs move independently of the other group, and the triple beams focus on Maliboo.
Yes, her eyes, her hair, and the right age. Fascinating. Tell me more, Prince Malawind.
And I step out in front of him. He is not of import. You are much greater in stature and power than any of the elves in Greyfell Forest. Of course, your greatness, your majestic majesty.
I'm going to just pull back the curtain here for a moment.
Go ahead.
Let you know that it is possible to negotiate with this creature in exactly
Hot.
the way that you're doing.
Damn.
However, it's going to require 3 successful
Oh my god.
checks.
Okay, it's possible.
How far away is he from me?
You're standing right next to him.
Oh, okay. I'll give him guidance quietly. I'll step behind him and just sort of mutter some guidance.
Okay. 2 eyes snap over to you immediately, Violet. And she says,
Ah, a little magician offering her assistance. Adorable.
It's what a friend does.
We know a spell or two as well, little magician. Perhaps we shall show you real magic.
Oh, I'm sure you could. I'm nothing compared to you.
Proceed, halfling.
As I was saying, a great Sheeltielle, our little band of adventurers here, we would like nothing more than to, of course, leave your domain in peace. However, we are on a great and important mission that you could, of course, assist us with, should it be, of course, your wish to do so.
What mission is that?
We would simply need a very small amount of your extremely powerful and dangerous venom in order to complete this mission. It's very, very hush-hush, a need-to-know basis kind of thing.
I well know the power of my own poisons, Halfling. On whom would you use them?
On a creature of much lesser might than you, O majestic Queen Sheeltielle, one of no import to someone as extremely intelligent and may I say, beautiful as you are.
Cease your prattling and give me the name of the creature you would slay.
I look back at the group and I give the shrug. I'm like, should I share?
Yes. Just.
Oh, gosh. I look sheepishly up at this ginormous spider and say, the name of the creature is...
So before you tell her,
oh, God, yes,
I'm
thank
going
you.
to allow you to, if you wish,
Yes.
make a wisdom insight check.
Oh, I am awful at that, but hey, might as well try.
Well, I just gave you guidance.
True. I have not yet done anything with it. Okay, that's a 9 with guidance. That's an 11.
Okay, you're on your own.
Yep, thought so. I sheepishly look up at this spider who will clearly tear my face off and say, and very quickly, it is the dragon Cirothe.
I see.
There are scuffling and quivering noises from among the eggs, and you now see the shadows of other spiders gathered behind her. And she says,
Silence. We know of Cirothe. We do not wish Cirothe to burn the Greendale, our hunting grounds. Perhaps there is a common enemy shared between us.
Yes.
make another persuasion check.
Okay.
Belton, this time with advantage.
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, I critted on the first one.
Yeah.
That's a natural 20 for a 25 persuasion roll.
Excellent.
So, hearing the tenor of the voice of this creature, I immediately jump in, kneeling in homage and supplication, and say, "Of course, your great spiderness. You are so far above Cirothe in power and might that this creature deserves every ounce of your horrible venom to kill it. Don't you agree?"
Your great spiderness.
She raises one leg.
We enjoy this title. Spin it into our webs. You speak truth, Halfling. Our poison could slay even the mighty Cirothe. But who are you
She sort of sweeps her leg to encompass your group.
that you would deliver it? The dragon would burn you to ashes before you could get close enough. What makes you worthy of such a gift?
Time and circumstance, my queen. Time and circumstance. And Belton, I think, sort of drops the act, and he speaks his heart and says, "I am a criminal from Northminster. I'm of no value to anyone, even my own family. But I value the people who I love and who love me, and they're standing behind me right now. We've been set on this quest by people who want to keep their lives and their way of life intact, just like you do. So I think that's what makes us worth it. We're no different from you."
All right, Belton. Could I give you some choices here?
Okay?
Your choice of persuasion or insight, but if you prefer, you could apply charisma, or you could choose to apply either intelligence or wisdom. So your choice of intelligence, charisma, or wisdom, and your choice of insight or persuasion.
Well, I'm going to go with persuasion charisma because that gives me the mathematical chances that would serve me the best.
Okay, does anyone want to do anything to help him?
Yeah, I mean, she didn't stop me from giving him guidance last time, so I'll just say, like, practice makes perfect, and give him guidance.
Anything else?
Can you assist, Tall? Like, can I assist with that role?
You can, but what specifically do you do to assist him?
I would clip-clop next to Belton and bow and say to the Spider Queen, "It is not only the fate of the forest, Your Majesty, it is the fate of the entire dreaming. Cirothe has all of us in her clutches."
All right, Belton. Persuasion with advantage and guidance.
Good. With guidance, that's a 25.
Yes.
Nice.
She's silent for a long time. She says,
I would not grieve to see the dragon slain, and my poison could do it. But should you fail, should Siroth's forces take you, and my venom be found on your corpses, the dragon would trace it back to me. Know that I had aided you. You must succeed and not fail. I will not slay you, but I must know that you are worthy opponents to Siroth. If you cannot slay my children, you are no match for the dragon. I will observe a challenge. Should you conquer my acolytes, you may leave with the gift of my venom. Black Talon devotees, your mother calls. If you are worthy to bear my blood, slay these animals. If these animals are worthy to bear my blood hence, they will slay you. Let it be so. We will harm none.
she skitters off to the side of the cave, and Maliboo, the two spiders that you saw earlier guarding the treasure on the cliffside, move towards the cave entrance, and moving in behind them are a pair of those disgusting arachnid-like but also humanoid creatures, the likes of which you met previously in the Weirwood near Holdenshire. Venom dripping from their fangs, long distended limbs skittering towards you. And Sheeltielle says,
We watch with interest. Acquit yourselves well.
Does she have 8 buckets of popcorn?
One for each spider hand.
but when you are ready, we will roll initiative.
All right.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Hope you're enjoying Podcast Party to Slay a Dragon, presented by Cast Party and EN Publishing. The show will be back shortly for the second part. For this series, we're using Level Up Advanced 5th Edition to enhance the classic D&D 5e experience. For more info on these cool new rules and enhancements for your 5th Edition D&D games, visit levelup5e.com. You can also purchase this adventure as part of Level Up A5E's To Save a Kingdom, available in both hardcover and PDF formats. Cast Party's professional dungeon masters are available to hire for online games. We have games for kids as well as adults, and our DMs can run almost any of the official Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition adventures, as well as third-party adventures, and even some we've created ourselves. Details at cast-party.com. Do you ever feel like you have a great visual picture in your head, but you need a little help putting it into words? Well, with a subscription to Describe, you can access thousands of descriptions of monsters, spells, locations, and more, as well as maps, music, and sound effects to enhance your games. Only at describe.com. That's DSCRYB.com. Would you like 10% off that subscription? Follow the link in the show notes and use the discount code CASTPARTY, all one word, all caps, to save 10% on your first subscription. As always, we're offering monthly free adventures with our Dungeon Masters. These free games fill up quickly, so if you'd like to grab a spot, you should join our email list or our Discord server. Links to both can be found at cast-party.com. If you enjoy Podcast Party, please follow the show, rate us, and leave us a review. We'd love to hear from you. Message us on social media or email us at cast-party.com. Follow us on Facebook at CastPartyDND, on Threads at CastParty2, or on Instagram at cast_party. Thanks very much for listening, and now back to our adventure in Greendale Forest.
Maliboo got a 13.
Belton was so stressed out by that whole conversation, so he got a 3 on his initiative.
Loran got a 15.
Violet got an 18.
Norbert got an 8.
He's just so depressed.
Those two large spiders that she referred to as her Black Talon devotees go first. One of them raises its 2 forelegs and begins to utter words that you recognize as the language of magic. Spectral spiders begin to glow and shimmer and orbit around that spider, like forming a halo around it.
Wait, the spider has spirit guardians?
Spider has spirit guardians.
Amazing.
Oh no.
And the other one weaves two of its hands together in front of it, and a glowing bolt of light fires towards Belton.
Oh, man.
Good choice.
Jeez.
Ooh, Belton, it got a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
There's a blast of radiant light that strikes Belton in the chest. Belton, you take 15 radiant damage, and to your horror, your chest is glowing like it's been splattered by radiant goo.
Okay.
Oh no.
Guiding bolt?
It is guiding bolted Belton. Violet, it is your turn.
Okay. I've been working on a lot of things, and I'm pretty heartened by the fact that my fireball worked. So I'm going to try a new one. And I'm going to cast Seed Bomb. So what that's going to do is I'm going to create 4 seeds in my hand, tumbleweed seeds. And I see them and I get very excited that they have appeared. So I take a tumbleweed seed and I throw it, and I can throw it up to 60 feet. So I throw it to right between the 2 giant spiders. They're going to make a dexterity saving throw.
The one on the left got a dirty 20.
Yeah.
The one on the right got an 11.
Fails. So that one takes 46 piercing damage
Whoa!
and also is grappled until the end of its next turn.
Nice.
Yes, so the tumbleweed lands and then it whips around and unravels and sort of encircles the spider in tumbleweed fibers.
And you can go ahead and roll your 46 piercing.
That's 18 piercing damage.
Nice.
It screeches and thrashes its arms around as it is caught in that barbed tumbleweed. 18 piercing damage.
I have 3 more seeds in my hand still.
Awesome. Anything else, Violet?
That's it.
It is the Ettercap's turn. They charge forward. One of them stays within the radius of those glowing ethereal spiders that were conjured by one of the Black Talon devotees. The other one stops in the mouth of the cave. They are visibly waiting for you. Their eyes are fixed on you, but they hold their positions there towards the cave mouth. They're not going to do anything else for now. And Loran, it is your turn.
So I'm going to charge at the spider that has the spirit guardians up, because I have 80 feet of movement. So I'm gonna
Holy shit.
I'm gonna charge straight at it, like, right, well, and take off. And I'm gonna attack with my antlers first.
As soon as you breach the spirit guardians, there's stinging pains all across your face and hide as the spectral spiders tear at you. You must make a wisdom saving throw, and you do have advantage because it is magic.
That's great for me. Okay, so that is a 23.
That is a success. You still will take 5 necrotic damage.
So she's gonna like shake off, like as if she's being stung by mosquitoes, and be like, oh, dreadful. And then she's going to attack with her antlers.
You are going to come into contact with the Ettercap.
Yeah, I think I am too.
Okay, so as you charge past the Ettercap was holding its action. It is going to slash at you with its claws.
Go for it. Good luck.
22 to hit.
That hits.
8 slashing damage. It sort of rakes your side as you charge past it, but you can go ahead and make your attack on the giant spider.
24 to hit.
It's certainly going to hit.
Yay.
8 plus 5 is 13 piercing damage plus 3d6 radiant damage.
Oh, nice.
Because my antlers are magic. So that's an additional 8 points of radiant damage.
And because of the charge, you get to add 2d8 bludgeoning.
2 more d8, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is
Nice.
another lame 4 points of damage. And on top of it, they need to make a DC 16 strength saving throw, or else they're going to fall prone. And I'm really hoping we'll lose concentration.
You drive both of your antlers into it. It staggers back. I'm going to go ahead and make a strength saving throw. A crit fail.
Oh!
So it is now prone.
Yeah, it flips over on its back, its legs splaying in the air. I'm going to make a concentration check. It crit fails that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and the spirit guardians drop.
Woohoo.
So then Loran is going to attempt an attack with her hooves. So that is a 12.
Does she have advantage because it's prone?
Yeah, love that. Love that. It's a 26 now.
All
Yes.
right.
26 does hit.
Yes.
So that is another 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And what she's going to do is kind of prance on top of the spider.
Yeah.
Like, and she's like, we need help. And we'll like prance.
You stop and prance over it. It's squelching. Its carapace is buckling. It's writhing in pain underneath you. It's not dead, but it is still prone and badly wounded. It is Maliboo's turn.
Maliboo is going to shake his hair and smile his shiny teeth and go into his
Yes.
beauty rage and move up to the Eder cap, which is about 25 feet from him. Gonna go as far as he can. And he knows that thing's getting ready to attack him. He knows.
Yes, so it does slash at you as soon as you get close to it, Maliboo.
Except, I would like to use a maneuver called Primal Intercept. When a creature makes a melee attack against me, I can use my reaction to make a weapon attack against them.
Okay, so it is going to make a melee attack against you. It does get a 24 to hit.
Oh yeah,
That is going to do 8 slashing damage, Maliboo. Were you raging?
yes.
8 slashing damage reduced to 4.
I'm gonna take my immediate reaction attack against it.
Okay.
That's an 18 with my longsword.
Okay, yeah, 18 hits.
So it takes 9 slashing damage, and then fire runs down my arm, and it takes another 5 points of fire damage.
The burning longsword slashes it across the arm where it has just slashed you. It swivels its head to face you, Maliboo. You still have your action.
I'm gonna smile and just take 2 shots at it. That's a 26.
That hits.
So that's 10 points of slashing damage and another 4 points of fire damage. Second attack, I critted
Oh my
Yes.
29. And so it's going to take 24 points of slashing damage.
Okay, you lop the head off of that Eder cap
God. All right.
and
Yes.
collapses to the ground at your feet.
I let the fire burn down it too because he doesn't like these things. So it's going to take another 8 fire damage just on top of it, just for
Okay,
fun.
yeah, it is a smoldering headless heap.
And that's his turn.
It is Norbert's turn.
He's gonna move. He can get right next to the Eder cap that is still alive. He has like a claw attack.
Yeah, Norbert has his paralyzing claw.
Yes, could he please use that?
Okay, yeah, Norbert swings his somewhat smoking electrocuted hand at the Eder cap. He only got a 7. The Eder does dodge out of the way of that claw attack.
You'll get him next time, Norbert.
Okay, it is Belton's turn.
Belton will not move. Instead, he will pull out his short bow, knock an arrow in it, aim at the Eder cap right next to Norbert. Now, Belton has a new ability just called Aim, which is that if I don't move on my turn, I can use my cunning action to gain advantage on the next attack roll that I make before the start of my next turn. And if I do, my speed is reduced to 0 until the end of my turn.
Got it. So you give up your movement.
I give up my movement for advantage. I will fire an arrow at the Eder cap with advantage. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Yes.
That's 8 piercing damage. I get my sneak attack and I get to reroll 2s. 5 plus 5. So an additional 16, so a total of 8 plus 16, 24 damage.
Ouch.
It thuds into the Eder cap's chest. It shrieks, gurgles. It is still on its feet, however, Belton.
I've used all my stuff, so I'm good to go.
It is their turn. Loran, the spider that you've trampled on, lurches up to its feet. It closes several of its eyes and seems to concentrate for a moment and turns in the direction of Sheeltielle and bows its head as if in prayer. Loran, you see not all, but some of the grievous wounds you've just inflicted heal.
Oh my god.
As it staggers back up to its feet, and it then lunges towards you with a bite because it can't cast another level spell. That is a 14 to hit you, Loran.
That is target.
Okay. It sinks its teeth into you. You take 4 piercing damage And you must make a Constitution. No, you're immune to poison.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
poison
you
or
shake off the effects of the venom. It's just a piercing damage from the bite, so you take 4 piercing damage.
All right.
Great.
The other spider raises its forelimbs, twists them in the air. Much like the first one earlier, it is now surrounded by hovering spectral spiders in about a 15-foot radius around it. Violet, it is your turn.
Drifting along like a tumbling tumbleweed, and I throw the tumbleweed seed at the same place in between the 2 spiders. That is a dex save.
One on the left first. That's only an 8.
Fail.
One on the right. That is a 15.
Pass. Okay, so the one on the left takes 4d6 piercing, so I'll roll that. That's 10 piercing damage, and it is now also wrapped up in tumbleweeds. The tumbleweeds are now off of the other one because it took its turn. So that one is free, and now this one is grappled by a tumbleweed.
Awesome. The tumbleweed bursts and this time wraps around the spider on the left. Anything else, Violet?
No, that's it. Thanks.
The Ettercap's turn. There's one Ettercap remaining. It sees Loran between itself and one of the Black Talon devotees, and it is in a flanking position. It is going to attempt to claw at you with advantage, Loran. That is a crit, unfortunately.
It'll kill our elk.
That is a 12 slashing damage, Loran, as it tears at your back.
Great.
It does have a multi-attack, so it's going to follow up with a bite with advantage. Only a 12, even with advantage.
That will miss.
Okay, yeah, so you dodge out of the way of the bite, and it's going to stay where it is. Loran, it is your turn.
Yeah, Lauren's mad. Lauren is deeply irritated. I'm gonna, same thing, attack the same spider that I did with antlers first. So that is an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
So that is a 9 piercing damage plus 3d6 radiant. So that is 24.
Nice.
Drive your antlers into the mass of the creature's eyes, piercing its brain. You lift it up off the ground and then shake your antlers, and it flops dead at your feet.
All right.
Nice.
Lauren is going to kind of like daintily flick her antlers so that whatever gore is on them flies off, and then she's just going to turn around and attack the Ettercap with her hooves.
Good. I'm sorry, though. I did forget that you actually have started your turn in the Spirit Guardians of the other spider.
Yeah,
So a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Okay. We love the advantage. That is a 15.
15 is a success.
Oh, thank goodness.
You'll take half damage, 5 points of necrotic damage.
Great. All right, so hoof attack.
Yes, and you will actually have advantage on this because you're flanking with Norbert.
Great, Norbert. You and I couldn't have fight, eh, Norbert? So that is a 27 to hit.
That hits.
So that is 10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, yeah, you knock it back towards Norbert. It's swaying unsteadily on its feet, but that one is still up.
Take him out, Norbert. And that's it.
Maliboo, it is your turn.
Maliboo is just going to charge straight into these, whatever these things are. He doesn't know what they are. He's just going to charge straight into the Spirit Guardians.
Yeah, you do need to make a wisdom save.
He's finding out the hard way here. That's a 15.
Okay, that is a success. You take 6 necrotic damage, Maliboo.
He actually, at the start of his turn, got 2 temporary hit points, so he only took 4 because they'll be eaten up because he's raging. And he's going to kind of dance around the spider, the other side of it, and he's going to swing his Dragonbane longsword at it. That's 20.
20 hits.
And it takes 8 points of slashing damage and 6 points of fire damage. Second attack, that's another 20 for 12 points of slashing damage and 2 points of fire damage. Is it still alive?
It is not.
Oh.
You plunge the sword into its back. It quivers and writhes and goes silent, and the spectral spiders also disappear.
And he's going to feel pretty good about himself, and that's his turn.
It is Norbert's turn.
Okay, I would like Norbert to use his claw attack again with advantage because he's flanking with Loran.
That is a 2, but he does have advantage. That's a crit.
Yes, Norbert!
Ooh, max damage. That is 16.
Oof.
slashing damage, and we will never know if the Ettercap would have been paralyzed because it did not have 16 hit points left.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, Norbert drags the Ettercap down and just starts smashing its head against the ground until the gooey innards flow out, and then he kicks at it in disgust.
It's good job, Norbert.
And the battlefield falls silent.
Right.
Sheeltielle says,
What was the title you gave me earlier? Your spiderness?
Yes, your majestic spiderness, or something of that ilk.
You have won the favor of the majestic spiderness.
she gestures towards the bodies.
All of my children bear my blood. Take one or more of their corpses, which you have earned. The poison may be distilled by someone who knows the ways of such things.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
She says,
It has been amusing to watch you in action, little magician.
Thank you.
And I have been entertained by your words, halfling.
I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the day.
She says,
I trust you will all remember my generosity when I come to devour your children as they lie in their beds.
Oh, yay! Happy day!
That is an ancient farewell amongst my people.
I am very excited about these spider corpses, and I can't wait to go start taking it apart into smaller pieces so that I can pack it and carry it.
she does not seem to have any interest, either emotional or otherwise in that particular operation, Violet, as you descend on converting the bodies of the spiders into more portable chunks that could be transported away from Sheeltielle's lair. Instead, Belton, you notice that she moves to the back of the cave and stares at the empty wall where the web once hung.
Columbo-like, Belton will raise a finger and say, one more thing. This ring. I hope you don't mind if I take it with me on our way to defeat the dragon. I am sure that it could be of use. If you know anything about it, perhaps you could relate that to me.
She says,
It was once worn by a mortal warrior. Came from the west. A noble house, I believe. She hunted vampires.
Oh, so this is like an heirloom, or I noticed it shrunk to my finger. I don't know if she was a halfling.
She was a human, but it seems the ring has chosen a new wearer. Take care whom you show it to. Some will greet the ring bearer as a hero, but there are those who hate and fear that ring, and the woman who once bore it.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
May it serve you well as it served her. You are a curious person, halfling.
My name is Belton, Your Majesty.
Another name I won't remember in the morning.
she says,
I see. I do not think we shall meet again, Belton, to both of our advantages. But I wish you success against the dragon. I hope you will prove a worthy bearer of that ring.
Thank you. So, this is really good against killing never mind. And I just watch as the spider probably just clambers deeper and deeper into the cave.
Yeah.
Well, I got myself a magic ring from a vampire hunter.
Loran, you know it will require some work for the elves of Greendale to prepare the poisoned arrows that they can make from the venom of Sheeltielle. Violet, you bind up enough of the spider's blood and organs, anything else you think in your knowledge of such things might be useful to an alchemist in brewing this poison as a weapon, and attach it to the tack and harness that Loran wears as you emerge the following morning from the shadowy realm of Sheeltielle into the more verdant early fall sunlight and cool breezes of the Greendale forest. Loran, you know that it is time to part ways with these companions. You to Greendale to prepare the poison, and your friends into the Greyfell to reach Fey Castle.
Well, you are very impressive in there. Thank you so much for helping us.
Oh, well, thank you. You were as well, my dear. She's going to turn to Maliboo And she kind of looks him up and down and says, "You called yourself the prince."
Oh, I didn't know if I was being truthful or not, but that's what Belton thinks, so I thought it might help us, but I'm not. Am I a prince?
She turns to Belton. Is he a prince?
I mean, it all adds up. I'm going by the assumption of yes.
I mean, just look at him.
She looks at him again, hard. She said you had your mother's eyes, and you do. And then she's going to turn to everyone else and say, "It is imperative that you go and tell the queen at once that her son lives. She has knowledge of Seroth's true name. You must go. You must go at once to Greyfell and tell her."
But what is she like? What is my mom like? Is she nice?
She's the queen.
No, that's not what I mean.
Well, she's been very upset and sad for many years, so that may have affected her, but I'm sure when she sees you, she'll be very happy.
Was I taken from her? Was I stolen?
You were stolen by fiends. Seroth's fiends.
Oh.
I suspect if she knew that her son was the fighter that I have seen, she will be very proud.
Thank you. She's not going to be mad that I was gone so long or upset with me? I tried to get away. I really did. I tried so many times.
Oh, Your Highness. No one is going to blame you for being taken as a baby. They'll just be overjoyed that you're home.
Was she a good queen before I was taken?
The best of queens.
Okay. Is there anything I should do or know, or how should I act? I mean, I've been living with trolls and, well, Belton. So.
Hey, I'm right here.
Maliboo just smiles at you because he knows he was just ribbing you.
I think regardless of trolls and Belton, you have turned out rather well.
Is there anything we can do for you?
Oh, no. I just need to get this poison back to the elves as quickly as possible. Oh, very important. I will leave the poisoned arrows at Deep Hall.
Oh,
You'll
okay.
find them there.
How many arrows are we gonna get?
Loran is not an arrow expert.
I mean, we have a certain amount of arrows to poison,
What?
right?
Do I look like I understand arrows? I don't
said-
have hands.
That's fair. Yeah, never mind. Shit. Forget it. I retract my question. Never mind. It's fine. Jeez.
You only need one, Belton. You're that good.
Oh, sure. I don't want to
I'm
shoot
sure
an
that-
arrow and miss.
Well, if you're so worried about that, feel free to touch my antlers. She's going to lean her head down towards Belton, and one more time she's going to grant him luck. So for 24 hours, he can roll a d12 and add the result to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
I'm super lucky.
So you have luck, and Maliboo still has luck. And actually,
it's 24 hours.
Yeah, it's 24 hours. And so I'm going to give it to Violet as well.
Okay, yeah, and that'll be your third boon.
And that'll be my third boon.
So each of you has a d12 that can be added to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw in the
Wow,
next 24
cool.
hours. And you
Nice.
don't have to do it until after you roll.
I would say good luck to you all, but you have it.
Thank you.
Maliboo throws his arms around your neck, gives you a hug.
She's going to give him like a little nuzzle, like rubbing into his hair a little bit. Now go off and find your mother.
All right. Thank you.
Before parting ways, Loran gives you directions to a secret tunnel entrance near Dreamspell Lake. And that will lead to a system of caverns that will take you below Greyfell Forest and allow you to reach Fey Castle in the Greyfell. In the meantime, Loran will bring the venom you've recovered from Sheeltielle to the elves of Greendale. When the elves have crafted the arrows, Loran will deliver those arrows to Deep Hall Point for you to retrieve on your way into the Desolation.
Great.
Violet has enough time to ritual cast Identify on the ring that Belton has found, if you would like to do that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay.
I would love for her to do that.
What you have here is a ring of inspiration storing. It's quite rare. Their existence is quite a mystery, and we don't even know who forged it. All of them are slightly different, but each one contains a strand of destiny spun by a fate holder to empower and guide its pawns. It will store inspiration and hold it for a later time. When you wear this ring, Belton, you can choose to gain and use the inspiration stored within it. Once the inspiration is used, it's no longer in the ring. This ring that you found has 3 motes of inspiration in it, and you can use that as you see fit. So you can use it as you would use any of your inspiration, except when you use this one, you will also see the memories of the person who put the inspiration in the ring. So it'll be a little bit more special. I think it'll be useful.
Belton, the ring contains 3 points of somebody else's inspiration. So the previous wearer stored her inspiration in the form of memories in this ring. And when you activate the ring to use the inspiration, each time you will unlock a memory.
Oh, cool.
It's actually the times when the adventurer who wore this last, like when she got inspiration, that's what you'll remember when you access them.
That's really useful.
With that, you part ways from Loran, she to the Elves of Greendale, you to Deepspell Lake, and perhaps eventual reunion between Maliboo, Prince Malowin, and his mother, Hassani, of Fey Castle. Thanks for listening. This episode was dungeon mastered by me, Tal Aviezer, with Andy Cannistra as Maliboo, Carolyn Fox as Violet, Amy Frey as Loran, Matt Gordon as Belton Freedew. This episode was edited by me and Carolyn Fox. Remember, if you enjoy Podcast Party, please follow the show, rate us, and leave us a review. Thanks very much for listening. We'll be back in 2 weeks with episode 16 of To Slay a Dragon.